How's everybody doing today? I certainly hope you're doing well. I don't know about you, but that video that was put out a couple of days ago about this supposed beheading, I don't buy it. You know, I'm just sorry. It looks very reminiscent of some sort of Hollywood production. The audio was pristine, and here the wind is blowing, but it's not being picked up on those very sensitive microphones. When you look at the clouds from the point in time of where the guy in the mask is talking to when he finishes, and that's exactly 54 seconds, the clouds are moving quite rapidly. Wow, that's strange. I'm not buying that either. Now, the Pentagon did admit, I believe I heard this morning on KOA, that they are suggesting that the video was cut in sections. It was recorded in sections. Well, I knew that from examining the clouds. And I found it very strange that, let's see, the knife that he kept pointing at the, the camera, if you will, was not the same knife that was sitting on the ground after the fact. I mean, really, listen, this whole thing has been set up, again, this is my opinion, and I'm not moving from it, to get the American support and the British support to go stomping into Iraq again, and or Syria, or both, okay? And the only way to do that is to, pretty much have some sort of affiliation with American citizen and present it as such, all right? Now, everybody knows that the mainstream media is allowed to lie to us all. They're allowed to do that. You know that, right? And this is what I believe they're doing. Now, let's do some math here on the technical part of this whole mess. Let's go ahead and talk about metadata, shall we? All right? First of all, the original video was posted up on Twitter. Twitter is owned by a United States company. Sure is. When you upload any video, whether it be on LiveLeak, YouTube, pick a video sharing site, your IP address goes right along with it. It's right there in the metadata, sure is, along with the longitude and latitude of your exact location of the posting. Every comment that you put on Twitter, same exact thing, your IP address is sitting right there with it. So you mean to tell me that a video was posted on Twitter and it was left up for the mainstream media to get a hold of, all these people to retweet it, all these people to download it, and put it all over the world everywhere? You mean to tell me? And they cannot find these people that magically created this video? Hogwash. Nonsense. Garbage. All right? Now, the BBC put out a tweet a couple of days ago stating and suggesting that the United Kingdom police, right, or the police of that country, was examining the video, I'm paraphrasing, was examining the video and deemed that it's quite possible that you, the viewer, if you were to watch that video, if you were to download that video, yeah, that could be considered a terrorist act. So you mean to tell me that Fox News, CNN, BBC, RT, ABC, CBS, NBC, and all the other news affiliates all over the world are now in some sort of jeopardy because they have downloaded that video and had presented it to the public? Sorry, wrong. It's public domain. The cat's out of the bag. Too bad, tough luck, sorry, you lose. Okay? You can't sit there and present something and let it get out of the bag and push it and promote it and promote it and promote it and promote it, knowing damn good and well that people are going to go out there and get the original version of that video and then say, oh, we got to take it back. We got to make it a criminal event because you're looking at a video that we created that you're not falling for. Because I'm not the only person that believes that this is hogwash, that believes that that video has been trumped up as a tool for manipulation. I'm not the only one. Now, the last thing I wanted to end out with is the predictions that I made on, I believe it was July 24th. One of them is just, it's in your face, you just can't dispute it. It looks like Mr. Perry's in checkmate at this time. But here's the thing about that. I got to thinking that, let's see, he's a Bilderberg baby, which means he went to Bilderberg and all that stuff. So it's very possible that this is a setup for the Shine Man. In other words, the charges are so preposterous, and they truly are, and you know it, he knows it, everybody else knows it. It's going to end up being dropped or laughed out of court, one of the two. At this particular time, it's quite embarrassing for him, and he can't really move so much because he's more worried about his self-defense, in which he should be. So he's not really focused on other areas per se. In other words, it's kind of stifled him, which it would probably stifle anyone. All right? It is, again, my opinion, the reason why that happened is because he decided to put National Guard troops on the border to stop this nonsense. Okay? And this is some sort of retaliation. How dare you embarrass the Obama administration by you, Mr. Perry, doing something, and of course, Golf Boy not. All right? Now we're going to get you. Okay? We're going to find something on you, and we're going to get you. That's what I believe this is all about. It's kind of like a Blagojevich move. All right? So, golly gee whiz, you know, for the life of me, I think what's going to happen is he's going to come out of this unscathed. It's going to make him much, much stronger. And he will be quite the contender for the next presidential election. And it's very possible he will be our next president. I'm leaning that way. So it's kind of like a double play. It makes it appear that it's such a big deal, but it's a plan knowing that it's going to fail, and it's going to make him stronger. It will. Hillary doesn't have a prayer. No way, no how. I would bet 150 dirty socks on that one. No way. It's not going to happen. Okay? So, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The video that was presented to the public, no. It's a facade. It's a fantasy. It is the first step into forcing the American ideology of just the regular Americans, just your basic average Joe, to say, let's go in there and stomp them once and for all. That's what this is all about. Remember the weapons of mass destruction that did not exist? And you had Mr. Powell up there telling the world at the United Nations about, oh, well, you know, Saddam is saying he's got this and he's got that and all these missiles and chemical weapons and blah, 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 blah. And all those people and all those troops and your mothers and fathers and sisters and brothers and cousins and uncles and all your friends went over there to supposedly fight for their country when it was all garbage. It was set up to parcel out that country and to make all these little oil deals. But you weren't told that, now were you? Then you had the big mission accomplished banner. Remember that? Mission accomplished. Get a grip on yourself. Okay? The mission was not accomplished because the Iraqi oil law was never signed. But it will be. And as soon as that's signed, everything's going to be better. It sure will. But we can't do it with just airstrikes. We cannot. It can't be done. There's too many of them. There's too much recruiting going on. So again, I'm sticking with what I'm sticking with. And please be sure to watch China and Taiwan real closely in the next couple of months. You do that. Yeah. Anyway, that's the big ball of wax. Please chime in. I'm Monograph, and if you can't speak freely, you're simply not free. Have a good one.